A Kansas town pushing for more license plate cameras. They take a picture of your car and your tag every time you pass one. Tonight, Factfinder investigates the use of the flock camera system. Derby police want to add more cameras after the department says it helped them find 13 stolen vehicles. But some other departments say they aren't using the systems due to privacy concerns. Factfinder reporter Brandon Stitt has that story.
License plate readers like Flock bring up a question of public safety versus personal privacy, and how much of one are you willing to give up for the other?
We have a lot of technology now, and we can do a lot of things, and are we comfortable with that technology?
That technology is everywhere, and Derby police want more of it. Since 2022, Derby police have been using 7 cameras. The first year, they found 13 stolen cars and arrested several people. Derby isn't alone. According to Flock, more than 3,000 communities are using this system.
From a legal point of view, there's really no privacy issues because they're on the back of the vehicle where they're supposed to be able to be seen so everybody can see them. There's nothing secret about them.
But not everyone agrees. In May, the city of Bel Air voted down the use of the Flock system, and some council members say it was because of privacy concerns.
My concerns outweigh the clear benefits that would come with these. So at this time, I'm not in support of keeping the flock cameras.
With the government implementing any sort of mass surveillance program like this, it just concerns me, and I can't support it.
Those concerns were brought to light last year when a Keachai police lieutenant used Flock to track his estranged wife. He was later convicted of computer crimes and stalking.
If we want additional privacies, if we think this new technology is invading our privacy, then we need to get our legislature to pass laws that prevent it from being used.
For Factfinder Investigates, I'm Brandon Stitt.
The state of Kansas is providing an updated toolkit for schools to address suicide. State leaders say this is one of the main issues for Kansas students. Factfinder senior reporter Sean Logging shows the state's efforts to try and protect your children's mental health.
Right now, our kids' stress and anxiety is through the ceiling.
Hearing from Kansas students, state leaders say mental health is a priority. It's something the Kansas School Mental Health Advisory Council has spent the last several years providing guidance on to districts.
I'm a huge believer that we are mind, body, and spirit. I mean, we are not just created in an abyss. I know that we have 3 different things we focus on.
An updated toolkit from the council includes policy recommendations for Kansas schools if there's a student in crisis. KSE's school mental health coordinator Trish Backman says it's adding guidance for suicide intervention and reintegration, for instance, after a stay at a psychiatric residential treatment facility.
When they come home, how do you reintegrate them? When do you start working on that process with them? We want them connected with their families.
This council update was during a state board of education meeting where the board also heard from some Kansans seeking an end to the state's standard on social and emotional learning.
Public school should be in the business of educating students in the basics of math, reading, language arts, science, and history. Let's not burden our teachers and districts with trying to address student mental and emotional needs.
BOE member and advisory council chair Betty Arnold pushing back on those calls.
If you eliminate this mental health, then you're saying a significant number of kids that are in our school systems don't matter.
Teaching, it's the best profession you can ever be in. You get to work with kids every single day, and being able to help them recognize their emotions and when this emotion is harmful or beneficial is so important.
For Factfinder Investigates, I'm Sean Logging.
I would have never bought it. I wouldn't have even looked twice at it.
Are there people who are buying these vehicles with open federal safety recalls that are dying because of it?
Yes.
A hidden danger drivers don't see coming. Used vehicles that have safety recalls sold to customers without their knowledge, and it's completely legal. That's next on Factfinder Investigates.